The 8 remaining teams, and I'll just read them in order of regular season standings. The 8 remaining teams: Carolina, New Jersey, which is funny because those are the top 2 teams in terms of regular season standings, and they're going to meet. The NHL's playoff format.
Yep.
Toronto, Vegas, Edmonton, Dallas, Seattle, and Florida. So you got a lot of teams. In fact, I guess all the teams who either have never won the Stanley Cup or who haven't won it in quite a while. What's the longest drought here? Carolina?
Yeah, 2006. The last team of the Final 8 to win a Stanley Cup was Carolina in 2006.
This is terrifying.
Well,
this is terrifying if you're looking at this list.
Maybe Carolina will win another one.
And
I could live with that.
So in the East, I don't care about that. I'm just talking about the Canadian teams.
Oh, I know.
So in the East, obviously, if you're anyone but the Leafs, you're hoping for Florida to pull the upset off over Toronto. But I think Toronto is going to be the favorite in that one. If they play Carolina or New Jersey, that's going to be a tough one to decide. And you could legitimately say, hey, you know what? The Leafs are probably the underdogs in this because Carolina and New Jersey, whoever the Leafs play, finished higher than them in the standings. Edmonton's going to be tough against Vegas for sure. Vegas is pretty battle-tested. But I think a lot of people are going to be picking the Oilers in this series. And then, I think they probably pick them against Dallas or Seattle too.
The big one for me is right now, the Oilers, and I can't believe I'm talking up the Dallas Stars in this fashion, but Oilers versus Ottinger in a conference final. If we were to be picking winners out of the second round right now, I think that would be interesting. To be perfectly honest, it's the Oilers' conference to lose right now. I hate saying this because I know how the Stanley Cup playoffs work, and I know that one injury or one moment can change the whole thing, but this is the Oilers' conference to lose. They have, as far as I'm concerned, their toughest opponent right now in Vegas. And then after that, again, all due respect, I am trying not to offend anybody. That's my goal this morning. All due respect to the Kraken and to the Stars, I think that the Edmonton would be a huge favorite going in against either of those teams in a conference final. In the East, and we're going to talk to James Myrtle about this in a little bit, it's going to be very difficult for Toronto media and fans not to start projecting right now, right? Like, they have to look at this road and have to look at what's on the horizon.
We did it in 2011. We were like, yeah, once the Canucks get past Nashville, I mean, all due respect to Nashville.
Exactly. And then all due respect to the Sharks, but they're going to beat them too. You're just looking at it and you're saying, man, this is wide open. And someone is going to break a pretty lengthy Stanley Cup streak or drought, as it was. Because, again, Carolina the first since 2006. I don't know. I mean, right now, if I had to pick a favorite, and I hate saying this out loud, but I would say it's going to be an Edmonton-Toronto Stanley Cup final.
It's possible. Yeah. It's terrifying, but it's possible.
Canada.
Shut up, Andy. You shut your mouth.